Boy, it is so cool to be here with friends, new and old, in person. Can we all agree? Mark Gardella, I'm lead insurance for Neurometrics. We leverage publicly sourced data and our proprietary models to deliver precise, actionable data to commercial carriers, MGAs, and brokers. The company was started 3 years ago by 4 talented technical founders who have, to their credit, multiple successful exits. We currently have two tier 1 carriers in production today and are onboarding more as we speak. We're here to find the next customer. So what are the challenges that we're facing, that we're looking to solve within commercial insurance? It starts with classification. If you don't know what that business does, that is fundamental to underwriting. And it's difficult. We found through our multiple POCs and with our work with our partners that up to 50% of every policy, every account, has some misclassification. And that has knock-on effects in underwriting, from risk selection to pricing to claims, premium audit, all the way to reinsurance. So if you don't know what your business does that you're underwriting, how are you going to know what questions to ask next? It compounds itself. It starts with classifications and then it goes to the next questions. The third challenge that we all face and every industry faces is changing customer expectations. Brokers and small business owners want a quote today, if not right that minute. And we have to address and figure out how to solve that. The last one, carriers and brokers. And if you're a carrier and a broker, think about this. Think about how much data you have locked up in your systems that you can't share even within your borders. How do you get a consistency in the approach with the customer if you can't unlock that? Now, we're not trying to solve the easy problem, which is publicly sourced, structured data about publicly traded companies. We're going after the tough stuff, small and micro businesses. That's where the heart of the economy is, and that's what we approach. We've got 2 products. First, Smart Ratio. Starts with classification. Give us a name, business name, and an address, and we can deliver an accurate understanding of what that business does. What we do with that is work with our partners, develop risk questions, those application questions, and models that drive the answers, leveraging publicly sourced data. Next, it's Market Edge. This is our lead generation platform. That we empower your sales and distribution teams to target the right customers at the right time for more efficient, profitable growth. So what are the key underpinnings of our business? Speed. Remember, going back, customer expectations. We deliver real-time insights within 10 seconds. Confidence and transparency. When we deliver a prediction, either on a classification or on a risk question, we tell you what our confidence level is. We don't just do that. We also give you the source of the data that drove that prediction. This is not a black box. You have the ability to understand what drives those decisions. And then we also have the ability, easy integration through API and 24/7 customer service. Okay, let's do a little bit more of a deeper dive into Smart Ratio. There are 5 use cases that we address. Pre-fill and straight-through processing. We take that multiple-page application and shrink it down to a handful of questions that all you have to do from the customer or the broker is get those answered. And that supports straight-through processing, but you can do it with confidence. Again, you understand the confidence and where that prediction comes. The second one, underwriting. We can give your underwriters at their fingertips clear, consistent understanding of what that business does and what are the sources of that information. That gives all of your underwriters the ability to have a consistent way of viewing any given risk. Portfolio management. Think about that line of business manager who wants to better shape that portfolio and take that with the confidence and then drive down consistency back into their underwriting, into their underwriters, how they make decisions, because they're making the decisions based on a common understanding of what that risk does. Premium audit. Taking our classification engine, we can go back and actually minimize the number of telephone audits or in-person audits. And even in some cases, we actually can say that our partners can actually say, we don't even need to do an audit. And the last one is book roll evaluation. For a broker or a carrier, we can go in and use our classification tools and actually help you understand what you're buying before you buy it. Okay, our classification engine. It's both broad and it's also accurate. By the end of this year, we will have models that can address 90% of all NAICS codes. And we do that with accuracy. Today, we are achieving 77% accuracy on the classifications at a 6-digit code. So let's take a little bit of a look, sort of a visualization of what that means. So you go from construction, 2-digit, and working your way down to 6-digit. And these are 4 examples of different. You've got remodelers. You've got single-family home builders. Maybe that's a multifamily. Well, maybe that's also the tower is also. What I'll tell you is just understanding the difference between a single-family home and a multifamily is really tough. And we do that in classification. But notice, you've got 2 that have the same. That high-rise and that 2-story. That's where our risk insight and pre-fill engine steps in. We work with our customers, our carriers, to define the application questions. We build models to answer those questions so that your underwriters can make that decision, that distinction, which affects risk selection and risk pricing. Okay, let's take a little bit of a quick look at Market Edge. And this is really a lead generation tool. And what we do with that is we work with your sales and distribution team and try and find out, what do you want? It could be geography, it could be size of account, it could be class. We take that, we go out and pull in information around that. Right now it's workers' compensation, we're looking at other lines of business. But within workers' compensation, in the states where we're in, we can pull in LCMs, current carrier, expiration dates. All of that sort of informs the timing of the sale. But then we overlay that with smart ratio and bring additional insights so you can actually empower really a great customer service because you're not having to answer a bunch of questions. And that delivers a targeted list that you can actually execute against. It's efficient and it drives profitable growth. We're in 26 states with Market Edge and expanding. And with that, Prakash, the CEO, is also here. What we ask is if you're a commercial carrier, broker, or MGA, we want to talk to you because we want you as our next customer. Thank you.